In the hushed whispers of a small town, a tale unfolds. A tale that chills the bone and sends a shiver down the spine. It begins with a man of no particular importance, and yet this man holds an eerie significance. Cloaked in the shadows, unseen, unheard, this man has earned himself a title, the Man in the Yellow Hat. As the moon rises, casting long, ominous shadows, our story takes shape. A tale spun from the threads of horror, woven into the fabric of a quaint, unsuspecting town. It's a tale that begins on a regular Tuesday, under the light of an ordinary moon in the heart of an ordinary forest. But there's nothing ordinary about what transpires here. The man in the yellow hat emerges from the shadows. His footsteps fall lightly on the forest floor, barely a whisper against the rustling leaves. He moves with a purpose, with an intent that sends the nocturnal creatures scurrying for shelter. This forest, bathed in the pale glow of the moon, is his stage, and the play about to unfold is one of pure, unadulterated horror. In the heart of the forest lies a cabin, isolated, abandoned, uninviting, bereft of life save for the man who now stands at its threshold, the man in the yellow hat. He steps inside, his silhouette a dark smudge against the moonlit backdrop. The door creaks shut behind him, sealing the fate of those unfortunate enough to cross his path. From the cabin he ventures forth, night after night, his victims chosen at random, their lives snuffed out as swiftly as a candle in the wind. Their screams echo through the forest, a chilling symphony of terror and despair. The man in the yellow hat leaves no trace of his deeds, disappearing back into the forest, swallowed up by the shadows. Days turn into weeks, weeks into months. The body count rises, the whispers grow louder, the town lives in fear, the forest a constant reminder of the horror that lurks within. The man in the yellow hat, a specter of death, a harbinger of fear, continues his reign of terror. And then, just as suddenly as it began, it stops. The forest falls silent. The cabin remains empty. The man in the yellow hat is nowhere to be seen. The town breathes a sigh of relief, the pall of fear lifting ever so slightly. They believe the nightmare is over. But is it really? Remember, dear listeners, this is a tale of horror. And in such tales, there's always a twist. As the town sleeps, the forest stirs. A figure emerges from the shadows, a familiar silhouette against the moonlit backdrop. The man in the yellow hat. His reign of terror is far from over, his story is far from done. And so, we leave you here, on the edge of your seats, hearts pounding, breath held in anticipation. What happens next? Well, that's a tale for another time. For now, let the mystery of the man in the yellow hat linger. Let it haunt your dreams. Let it whet your appetite for the horror that is yet to come.